Oh, I've just been thinking about things.
I know why.
Also, how long did it take? Were we doing the education things between us three?
Okay. I don't know.
Do you have learning English, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have November 9th. 1 month after that, I get a check.
So December we'll start checking. Alright.
Because I'm teaching him law.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's
okay.
May 19th.
Yes. We'll figure it out. Yeah. What do y'all want to do? He just asked you about a lawyer.
Yeah.
You don't specifically know about me.
I don't personally know one that I could recommend you, but I'm sure as bustling as this town is, I'm sure there is one now.
What kind of law needs do you need?
You guys are kind of riding up the street as you have this discussion. Looking around.
I want to go to the banquets, right?
Okay.
Maybe you should be teaching the calling English.
Don't worry, he's only teaching you reading and writing.
I also, as we're riding up, I want to tell Stalloid to take the snake coat off, as to not attract too much attention to us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just pretty sure people will see that.
You could shove it in your saddlebags. Yeah. That saddlebag is bulging now.
Yeah.
Because it's very heavy.
Yeah.
Wow. You feel so light.
And then I'll tell Otto.
Put back on my
so
suit
fucking heavy.
Let's conceal our badges.
Yeah, put it in my coat.
Yeah, you could do that.
And your power level just increased.
Until we need them.
3 points.
Strength, dude, for sure. Okay. So you ride right up to the bank with them
Can I
in
take off
tow.
my bandages now?
Oh, you're making a DB.
Do I still need to wear them for my wounds?
Why are you asking me?
I'm changing them every day.
Yeah.
You want to take them
She's
off?
been changing them every day. Some of your bruises have been oozing.
What they look? Would I stand out more without the bandages or with them on?
With them, without, you'll stand out more.
Well, I'll keep them on.
You are like, your head is one big giant bruise.
People
So at least with
keep
the
asking
bandages.
if you need a doctor.
Yeah. Are you okay?
These are the bandages.
Why'd you got a
They know
Negro
see
with
doctor.
you?
Nice.
I mean, you got the shit beat out of you, so.
I was only told that Pete Sutter beat him up. I was never told why. But I just want to point that out.
Wait, I don't think we ever said Pete Sutter beat him up.
We said
You
Let's
assumed-
talk about Pete Sutter.
I said,
Oh.
a corpse beat me up.
and then Pete Sutter beat you up. Yeah.
There's a town marshal coming out of the bank, and he's he's escorting a handcuffed, manacled man in a really nice suit, an older man.
Mm-hmm. Do I recognize him?
No. Why the fuck would you recognize this guy in nowhere, Colorado?
I was hoping it was Rothschild or whatever his
No,
name is.
why would Rothschild be here? No, this is, Kyle, you can make, no, you don't recognize him.
Yeah, I don't know this man.
But this looks like a town marshal.
Never mind, we might need the badges now. Put it back on.
Okay.
I'll put that back on, I guess.
He is, taking the man and is heading up the street towards where you know the marshal's office is, the jail is.
I'll let him get to the office.
Yeah, okay.
Where I walk in. I don't want to seem like I just like, hello.
Yeah, that's fine. He takes him into the jailhouse.
Okay.
There is a pitching post up front.
They were coming out of the bank?
They were coming out of the bank.
Okay.
The marshal actually looked in the man's pockets, found the bank key, locked up the bank. People are looking like...
This is the bank.
And then they headed down the street to the jail.
I'm interested in this. I'm following.
I'll
No,
time it.
he is...
Time it
No, I know.
outside
Listen.
the marshal's
Okay.
office.
Yeah, I'm
and then walk
tying
in.
mine and following Pearson.
What are you two guys doing?
Should we just trail him and see what's going on?
I'm assuming you're following them, at least till they stop at the jailhouse and they talk.
I was going to say...
but that's why I'm giving you guys a choice if you want to...
I don't know that the marshal will reveal what I'm going to ask him if 5 of us are in.
Yeah.
So could you possibly post up at the bank that he just pulled the man from, and then can I see the saloon where my son was shot?
Oh yeah, that's on the main road. You guys are close to the middle of town. That's where all the main buildings are, and that saloon is the Granite Saloon.
And I say that saloon over there, and I'm not even looking at it. I'm just like possibly post up looking for Jack Parker. I'll give a quick description of what Jack Parker looks like.
Okay.
And
yeah, none of you guys have really seen him. You didn't even see that guy fall out the train because Jack West was real quick. Anyway,
as he always is. But yeah, me and Otto will go in.
So then so you two are going in. What is Stalloid doing?
I'm going with him.
Okay, Stalloid looks like he's following you, so that's up to you whether you want it or not. As you hit your town. And then she just said something to you.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Are we staying in this town?
Might have to.
Looks like there's plenty of hotels and saloons.
Alright, well,
It's a big town.
I'll put up my horses if you. I can take other people's horses here. Take them to a stable.
She mentions that there's a lot. There's at least 3 or 4 livery stables. There's at least 3 or 4 livery stables in town, so you can see one from where you're standing.
Yeah.
Well, I can give you now and then, and I'll post up at the bank, and I'll keep watch over. I'll just keep looking at this saloon if I can see it from there every once in a while.
Yeah, you can see the saloon pretty clearly from the bank. You're not going to be able to make out particular people necessarily, but from his description of Jack Parker, he stands head and shoulders above other men. He's very tall. So if you see
Jack West.
this big man go into the saloon, you'll probably realize it.
My size is 8.
So you're taking the horses,
Yep.
everybody's horses, right?
If everybody wants me to take them, I will take them.
Yeah,
I'll let you
And
take
I need Ophelia to put up Satan, so.
Felia's pretty much with you. She's going to default to whatever you do, unless I say different.
I guess so, yeah.
Okay, and you're going to walk back down, or are you keeping your horse?
No, I'm giving my horse.
Okay,
and I'm
so you're
gonna
walking
go
back down to the bank, where you can see the saloon, you can make out the marshal's office, and
And
just
I'm just
kind
gonna post up there.
of... Okay.
Stalloid, I guess that means you should go question at the bank.
Bank's locked.
Well, yeah, but talk
It
to
did
the
look like
people.
they were closing now. Oh, well.
I want to talk to the banker.
Well, I think you should let me and my deputy handle the question.
You two guys have
Oh, I
worked
will.
by this point to do your thing.
You're not going to say anything weird like you do.
I never say anything.
Yeah, you do.
Damn it, heck,
Stalloid, I'm gonna have to give Pierce credit.
Wait, no, you've already left. You've already headed down to the bank.
All right.
Ashton's
He yells at the street.
Ashton's already, Ashton's already taken the horses to go deal with them. You can see them having this conversation outside of the jail. You're like,
I didn't know what the timeline was. Or it was just...
that's fine. I'm assuming that you guys split before this conversation took
So
place.
this is a big town, and if anybody knows why the banker was getting called to the marshal's office, just in case he's not going to give me the reasoning, you might be able to ask people before they turn in. We're going to lose them in the crowd.
I'll go ahead.
Stalloid pouts and walks away.
He does pout.
The marshal doesn't.
I'm a good guy. I can talk to a marshal.
We're all split in pairs.
Never been in trouble with the law.
Split the party.
There are deputy marshals.
Are there?
Yeah. So,
Good. Send me that information at some point.
So is it a different badge or the same badge?
I'm not sure if it's not a modern thing, though, or not. But there are deputy marshals.
Oh, it's a modern thing?
Well, I don't know. I'd have to look through the history of
Okay.
it.
We all need to. You help me do some of the.
This is a deputy marshal's badge. Modern day, though.
Okay.
But it just looks like a marshal badge, so I don't think most people...
If you find that I'm wrong with that, yeah, let me know. We'll
Yeah.
fix it.
Well, I would also figure that if you're a deputy marshal, you're traveling with a marshal. If you're solo traveling, you're probably just a marshal.
So we'll go that route. In that, you do think you're a deputy marshal for now?
Yeah.
But promotion could happen any day.
In a second.
Keep your nose close.
You could be a power strong.
Don't blow away any of the people that you sent to surrender. Okay.
Hey, they shot at
We have you outgunned!
Boom! Surrender! Boom!
Did we explain that to
You gotta
Pierce?
prove it.
No, nobody
We
explained that
fucking
to
did that.
Pierce. Nobody explained that to Pierce. You guys were
Okay.
pretty. You gave him the details, but you didn't go into details.
No one shoots Jacali.
So anyway, you're heading to the livery stables. You can put their horses up for a minimum price for like $10 a day or something like that. You're off to the bank. No, to the bank, but you want to talk to the people around the bank. Jacali's off to the bank. There are some questions. Where's your cigars? Anyway, cigar store Indian. People are being dicks.
Oh, okay. and I go, where's your money? No, I do that.
What? Anyway, you guys go into the marshal's office.
I don't know why. I guess because their money's in the bank and the bank.
The guy, bank guy,
They have
whoever he
no
is,
money. I have
he
money.
has been locked up in one of the cells.
I don't care. I don't like them being a dick.
Is it like one of those offices where like the cells are basically
College
exactly
is
where
good.
his desk is? Like
Yeah.
he's right beside
The
them?
cells are, the desk is right here, and then the cells are just bars. You know what I mean? It's just bars, and there's about 4 cells, and you can see there's a guy sleeping in one. He looks like Otis from friggin' Andy Griffith Show, basically. He just...
That's his actual room.
And the bank guy is in another one, and he's just got his hands, he's just sitting on the cot that's in there, and the marshal is writing very
I can tell
furiously.
based on his size, it's not Jack Parker though.
No, definitely not. Jack Parker's not in this room. You got a marshal, bank guy, and drunk guy. Old drunk guy.
I like to walk up to the marshal and say,
Yeah, he looks up when the door opens. Marshal?
Marshal.
How can I help you?
Well, I just got into town and looking for a man, and I think that this man you might have just pulled into the bank might be associated with the man I'm looking for.
Well, it's doubtful.
What's
Festus, that's Festus Darrell.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's the bank. He owns the bank.
One of the banks I'm reckon, right? Are there more banks around here?
No, there's one main bank in town. 3,000 people, one bank in England.
Oh, okay.
There's a couple little, like, business and loan kind of crap, but they're small, and most of them people go for it's the First National Bank of Granite, Colorado, or something like that. Owner, probably president, probably runs the bank, too.
Oh, what'd he do?
Confessed.
Two.
Well, bank got robbed about 5 years ago.
Right.
$20,000.
Absolutely.
Well, he's confessed that it was only robbed at 10. The other 10 went in his pocket.
He was in on it.
There's already rumors spreading. I do not want to see a lynching. That's why he's locked up. He'll remain locked up until he's tried.
When did he confess?
I don't know. He called me over in there and they told me the whole thing.
Why would he confess now?
I have no idea. That's what I'm writing down right now. Just writing my report out here.
So who's going to run the bank? You can't run this town without the bank.
Well, we'll have to figure that out. Probably one of the bankers will do it. And maybe it'll become under the property of the town. It's up to the town council at this point, as well as the judge, to determine what's going to happen with the bank.
Well, that's Marshal. Marshal, would you mind letting me into the cell so I could ask him a few questions of mine?
What does this have to do with? Well, he looks at your badge.
Yeah.
All right. He gets the keys.
This is why I'm a Marshal.
Yeah.
Hey, can I do this?
Remember when you
I totally didn't steal this from a body or anything.
You do this.
No, I don't do that. I'm just saying that's...
He gets the keys and he takes you back. It's only, he's going to hear your conversation. It's
Absolutely,
not a big room. He opens it up. Man doesn't even look up. He lets you in. Now he's actually going to just stand in the door with the key. He's not going to bother to lock you back in there.
Yeah, that's fine.
What are you doing, Otto?
I'm just kind of keeping watch.
So you're just kind of up in the front. Yeah.
I know I'm not a good talker. So
That's fine. Yeah. What do you want to ask him? He hasn't looked up yet. His hands are just in his head. His head's just in his hands.
Before you get into this, I'm talking with the marshal about lawyers in town.
If you talk to the marshal, you're going to be talking like 3 or 4 feet from him. The marshal went back and is standing in the doorway of the cell.
Yeah, he's hearing everything.
Mm-hmm. He's listening to what they're saying is actually what he's doing.
Yeah, well, I'll just wait.
Okay. So you're going to still be up front just in case somebody busts in and starts shooting?
Yeah. Got my hand on my
Always
sword.
got to worry about that. The West.
I'll just say...
Good luck swinging your sword with that hand.
Festus, you mind taking your head out of your hands and talking to me like a man? Nice, he did it.
Yeah, he looks up. His eyes look kind of wild.
So you almost got away with it seems.
Nope. I did get away with it.
Why'd you confess?
I couldn't. I couldn't live with myself anymore.
Any reason why you decided to confess 5 years later?
That man, he was talking to me. He said, I don't know, he's a big man. He's a real big man. He said he needed to talk to the bank president about a big loan. And he said, and he came in and he said, I'm not here to talk to you about a loan. I'm just here to talk to you. And then I just started feeling guilty. I started feeling terrible about all the people who got ruined and the people whose lives were in shambles. I never felt that way before. Never felt it at all. Because $10,000. And I couldn't do it anymore. I realized I couldn't. I just couldn't. I couldn't do it anymore. Did you sit down on the thing next to me?
No, I'm
over?
standing in front of
Okay,
the
you're standing over. Yeah.
Guessing, yeah.
I just had to say. I had to tell. So they'll probably string me up. He looks towards the town marshal standing in the doorway, who's just kind of staring at him. Or I'm going to prison. Because I said they sold $20,000 5 years ago, and they didn't. They only stole 10, and I took the other 10. Because it was so easy.
What'd you do with that 10?
It's at my house. There's a suitcase under my bed. Full of money.
Is it the full 10,000 or have you spent some of it?
I'm a banker. I didn't need to spend it. It was for my retirement.
Fair enough.
I was going to retire in a few years. And I was going to go to Cuba. It would have been wonderful.
Can I roll a psychology check on this person?
Yeah.
I thought you were up front.
He is, but it's a small room, and you can see right through the bars to the cell. So you can watch this guy and listen to him. No? Okay, so you don't get any insight.
Where is this man that spoke to you, made you feel guilty? Where is he now?
I don't know. He just came by and he spoke to me, and I ruminated upon the situation for some time. And then I sent one of the boys for the marshal, and I told him everything. He looks towards the marshal again. And then, now here I am. These bars should be my cage for the rest of my life. Whether they lynch me or not, I had to tell. I just had to tell.
Does the man know of the suitcase under your bed?
I don't know how he could. Less than he can read minds.
Eerie music plays. I hope you come to terms with what you did, Festus, and if nothing else, at least forgive yourself. I turn to Marshal.
He puts his head back in his hands.
I'm done talking to him. I suppose you
Marshal
heard
just
about
nods at you as you walk out of the cell. He closes it and locks it behind you.
I suppose you heard about the suitcase under his bed.
You told me about that too. I've already had a deputy sent over there to pick it up.
How long ago?
A couple minutes.
Mind if I...
Front door opens right then.
Oh, thank
There's a man with a big... It's just a regular suitcase. And he goes, "Private Sheriff, Marshal." And he opens it up. It's full of money. It's got cash in it mainly. It's mainly like paper money. There's a lot. He says, "All right, Hiram. Take it over to the other desk. Count it out." "Yes, sir." And the man starts like pulling out wads of cash.
$9,500, sir.
$9,599. You know he's in enough trouble. Here's my dollar.
I believe the man that spoke to him and made him feel guilty is the man I'm looking for. So,
Who are you looking for?
Jack Parker.
What?
I believe Jack Parker is coming back to Granite today.
What the hell did I name this deputy?
Hiram or something?
Hiram! Unlock the rifle. Look at the rifles. What?
Jack Parker seems to be on a path making up for his past crimes, and this being the last known crime that he did in the 1870s.
How did he make this man confess?
I don't know. Believe me, that is a mystery unto myself as well, but I do believe that he has possibly come for the 10 grand to maybe pay for more past crimes, I do not know. Or he is,
Put that money in a cell, Hiram. The deputy starts putting the money back into the bag.
Yeah.
And then eventually he takes it back and locks it up in one
Because
of
I'm
the
also
cells.
thinking that if Jack Parker took 10 grand from the citizens of Granite back in 1870, and this man acquiesced 10 grand for himself as well, Jack Parker could pay back the families that he did steal from with the 10 grand this man has in that suitcase. So, we need to make sure that this suitcase is locked up tight in this.
That's what Hiram's working on. He's closing it up. He's taking it back and he's going to lock it in one of the cells, like push it underneath the cot in the far corner.
And I would like for Hiram to take off the mask and reveal himself.
He's not nearly big enough.
You son of a bitch!
No, but the door does open as Hiram locks up the cell and he's coming back up front. And it's a little man. He's wearing like a vest. He's got green eye shade on like a clerk would wear.
Okay.
And he's carrying like this sack. And he says, "Marshal?" He puts it down on the desk and says, Just before you took Mr. Dalrymple away, a gentleman left this. He said it was for what happened 5 years ago. And the marshal's like,
"Oh shit, that's what I was just talking about."
There's cash. It's a lot of cash in there. There's a bunch of paper money. Now you guys have seen two different people. You have seen. You're a little busy. You would see that you're.
Could I have followed that man?
Yes, you could have. because he came out of the bank after the sheriff, locked it behind him. He had a key apparently, and then has a sack, and he just coming down the street. And you notice this too. This man leaves the bank after the marshal did. Did Stalloid come in after him?
Yeah,
Okay.
I wanna see where he's going.
I'm not getting anything from
If
these.
you follow him,
these
you're just going to stay and watch.
I'm gonna trail him. And
Okay.
then once
So
I
what
see,
he's right behind you.
once I see him at the sheriff's office,
Yeah, he
I'll
goes to the
probably be
marshal.
like, oh, it's okay, and I'll go back to watching in case
Okay. It's full of money.
They were being rude.
It's a pile of money. At least probably as much as in that suitcase back there.
Marshal, I bet you that's the 10 grand. That's Jack Parker that just dropped it off. I have to go. I'm gonna run out the door.
Okay. The marshal's at a loss for words. You said that to him?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He said, Marshal, do you say anything or do you keep going?
We
Do you even look back?
Otto, we gotta go. He's just here.
Otto, we gotta go. He says, what? The other guy said what? The marshal said what?
Yeah, you
The other
said Marshal.
You said Marshal.
I point at Pierce and I follow.
We gotta have that kind of a fun.
Yeah. Marshal. Yes.
So, we gotta go. He says we gotta go, and then you keep going,
Yeah, I'm running the back.
and then he takes off.
I'm trying to keep up with him.
Oh yeah, you
Am
can
I
keep
doing
up with
that?
him. You feel like shit.
Yeah.
You still haven't. You've had this headache that's been the last several days, but you can keep up with him. Yeah, Stalloid, you just came in when this happened, and they run out,
And I chase him.
and you go after them too. Jacali, you've already walked. You saw him go into the marshal office. You maybe 8 feet behind, so you start walking back. You were probably. You hear people pound. Maybe a listen check. How about that? You have been having a nice time at the library stables.
Oh, it's
Ophelia has put her horse away, warned everyone about the fact that it hates all living things.
That's the thing is, I'm leading all of the horses, and she's leading Satan.
No,
because,
she can
like,
lead other horses as well, as long as she's leading the other
Wait, does
horses.
Satan, does,
You know what I
Satan,
mean?
Yeah.
does Satan hate other horses too?
Satan seems to hate
The
everything.
horses are like.
If it's alive, Satan wants to kill it. Satan is an evil fucking horse. It is a hateful horse. You don't know why. Maybe an owner treated him like shit. Maybe he was born. Maybe he is Satan.
maybe it's family.
Maybe it's maybe. So you guys have been doing all that with the library stables, and you've pretty much gotten done, and you can head back out. Give me one spot hidden. We'll see if you notice this commotion that's apparently happening on Main Street. Jacali, did you make your listen check?
I feel bad.
You do not hear them pound up behind you. They probably run past Jacali, who's just walking back to the bank, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you just run by her?
Yeah.
Okay. You only hear it the last second. Yeah.
Are we going?
Pierce is running for the bank, or running that direction. Otto's close behind him. They probably both pass you, and you can start running if you want before Stalloid gets there. He's number 3 in the line. Up to you if you want to just start running or
I'm
keep
gonna start
walking.
running once I see these
Okay,
guys.
so you guys are all running towards the bank, and you get there momentarily. It looks like it's locked up.
Yeah.
It looks like a normal bank. There's people walking in the streets around. Who's low luck? Give me low luck. Ashton, did you make your spot hidden?
Just missed it.
Just missed it. Okay. Where should we go to sleep tonight?
I got exactly my way.
You didn't notice these guys run back to the bank. Is all what?
I got exactly my way.
You got it? That's a success. Okay. There are a couple kids out front. One of them appears to have a dime novel, and he is like, and so this is the part where Abraham Lincoln lands on the moon. It's great. Some of the time westerns were kind of weird.
Child, have
They
you
were
seen
playing
it?
a cheat.
Or how about Abraham Lincoln kills a buffalo? So he kills a buffalo.
The
And when they
last
got
one.
back on the train, and they said, that was some good buffalo, wasn't it? This ain't a very good dime novel. Shh, this cost me a dime. You were gonna listen! So it's two, like, they're maybe 8, 9 years old. And they're near the entrance to the bank. They're not, like, right there, but they're just a couple yards
You
away.
seen a giant man? He was just here. Big man.
I'm reading.
Yeah, I see that. But surely you have seen a giant man come through here.
I did. That's the other boy. I saw a giant man. He was very tall. Taller than Abraham Lincoln.
Uh-huh. Where did he go?
The other boy just glares at him.
So the
Alright,
propaganda.
now let's see if he actually watched. He points up the street.
But he said, before he pointed.
Yeah, he wasn't really sure, and then he points.
I show him my badge. You could really help a marshal.
He went up that way, but I don't know where he went. You said where did he go? I don't know where he went. Because he went that way. and I was looking this way, while
Is that
Cletus
direction
here.
possibly towards the saloon?
Yes. It's up the street towards the saloon, towards the marshal's office. There's a lot of shit up that way up the street, too,
I
actually.
wasn't sure if maybe he was pointing north.
Northish, yeah. He was pointing up the street. Here's the way. You guys came from the south. Bank was first. That's what you noticed. Marshal's office, I assume, is on the same side of the street. Somewhere on the opposite side of the street is the Granite Saloon, where you lost your son. Various stores, another thing. Library stables, I'm going to say. This library stable is central in the town. You know there's another one south, really far on the south side of town because you passed it. But Ashton, your library stables are probably a little south of the bank. That's why you didn't notice them. As you kind of start walking in town, you do see them all like clustered outside of the bank, harassing children. Well, talking to two very small children. One of whom is holding a dime novel, a little tiny thin dime novel. There's a picture on the front of Abraham Lincoln. You don't know. It says Abraham Lincoln and the Buffalo. You don't know what
He's got a claymore.
He does have a gun. So anyway, you notice this. I feel he's with you. That's what was just said to you. He pointed up the street. I didn't see where he said he didn't see where he went, but he saw him go that way.
He must be going to the Granite Saloon. It's his final stop.
Dramatic tumble.
Run to the
The little boys are just kind of staring at you. Ashton, what did you want to do? Did you want to go join them? Okay. Dr. Weisswald comes over with Ophelia in tow.
I'm taking out my shotgun.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Where's your shotgun?
It's only on my back.
You guys carrying long arms on your back. I'm going to start making you take 2 rounds to get out, you realize, from now on. You cannot carry a long arm on your back and quickly get it out. Okay?
It's on a swivel and I'm
No. It's ridiculous. Nobody carries
I'm actually an android.
So you're getting a shot. You get your shotgun out.
Well,
But like in a spur of a moment thing,
I am the right.
it's going to take you a little time to get out.
Yes. I do not have it on my back. It's on my horse.
You did have one on each shoulder, which I thought was
At one point,
ridiculous.
yes. At
Okay.
one
Wait, I
point.
took your horse.
Yeah, you did. So I only have my peacemaker. And we are going to the
I'll tell you, this is pretty nice library stables. There's a little trunk in each of the stables that you can put gear if you want to leave it there and lock it. So you got a bunch of little keys for all the different locks for all the gear that you've locked away so it wouldn't get stolen. Because 3,000 people is a pretty busy town.
I start walking towards the Granite Saloon.
You don't know. You don't know about this. That's not a normal thing for library stable. You're heading what?
I start walking to the Granite Saloon.
Without a word.
Well,
Okay.
I said I'd go to the Granite Saloon.
Okay.
I walk to the Granite Saloon.
I think I'm gonna try and diverge a little and try and sneak around to the back of the saloon.
Yeah, there's plenty of alleyways and stuff. You could head that way.
Yeah.
What do the rest of you want to do? It looks like he's heading for the Granite Saloon.
Follow him.
Okay, split
Fast as I am.
Up to you, and 3. Ophelia's just sticking with you. Does Ophelia have a gun or anything?
No, she has magic.
Yeah, she did magic.
She did not get a gun, okay. Well, Otto at one point taught her to shoot. So I
I
was,
also probably like fight people for the bombs.
well, yeah, she definitely would do that. Okay, so nobody's given her a gun yet. Okay. I just didn't know. I was thinking about that the other night. Does she have any kind of a pistol? Or
You could give her a bow and then teach her how to shoot a bow.
She knows how to shoot a gun and a rifle. You taught her that. At least the basics.
Oh,
All she
yeah,
has is like the basics of it. Nobody else has taught her to really use a bow or anything like that. She might already know.
We never did ask.
There were those crossbows on those guys. So she might know how to fire like some kind of a crossbow. But anyway, you're heading towards the saloon. Otto is following at this point. You'll be diverging shortly.
I tried
What
to
are the other... And you're following... I'm sorry, Stalloid is following him.
I try to let Pierce know I'm gonna come from the back.
Sounds good.
I don't want to be in the line
What do
of
the 2
fire.
of you want to do? 3 of you want to do.
I'll give everybody the keys.
Well, Jacali's the only one who's still here, and Ophelia's got hers.
We
She
gotta
didn't put
head to
anything in.
the saloon if we want to get these back, but I can help you hold on to them.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I was going to.
Okay, so you guys are going to follow to the saloon? Okay.
I don't really know what we're gonna do there.
Well, you don't have to go there. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I mean, we're gonna go there. It's where everyone
Okay.
else is going, but
You see Otto break off and head down the side of the saloon building, like towards the back of the building. There's like an alley. It's pretty... it's about 5 or 6 feet wide.
Wait,
There's
Otto,
7
you need your
steps.
key.
I come back and get in. And
So you 2 are the first in the saloon. Saloon's bustling. It is a... Shit, what day is this? The 13th is a... That doesn't really matter. It's not like they have weekends yet. November 13th is a Saturday night. Well, that is a good night to really party up. Most people take Sunday off. Lord's Day, Sabbath, all that stuff. At least religious people. So the 13th Saturday night, you can hear music playing inside. There's a piano obviously playing in there. You recall there being a piano. It's a big saloon and hotel. Rooms upstairs, big area downstairs. Very popular. Made a lot of money. You push the Batwing doors as you walk in, and the place is. There are people. Everybody is. There's a lot of people in here. It's a Saturday night. People are eating. People are drinking. There's a stage where there's some women dancing. It looks like a what do you call them? The Paris. When they're in a line there. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, like canning kind of thing to the music. Some people are singing. Obviously, already drunk. There's some prospectors in the corner drunk already who are singing a song that doesn't have anything to do with the piano. The bartender's working behind the bar. What catches your attention, though, is back in the corner, sitting at a table, by himself, is a man.
Is he big?
He's a big man.
Big man.
Big man.
He looks like this. You recognize him. He's Jack Parker.
Jack Parker.
He is looking towards the doors.
So he sees me?
Oh, he definitely is looking right at you. And he waves.
What the
He kind of waves at you. Stalloid, do you stop in the doorway when you see him? Are you, like, stunned by this?
Yeah.
Okay,
Him
Stalloid
waving
runs
at
into
me?
you from behind. Stalloid, like, crashes into you. Like, he was walking right behind you, and then you suddenly stopped, and he bumps into you.
Is he here?
He does like this.
That's him.
He kind of